Hey everyone, it's Michael from Notefolds, and today I'm going to show you how to make this child's birthday card. And we've got this elephant here holding some balloons, and on the inside we have our sentiment stamped. And it's a very easy card to make, so let's get started. The card base is cut from an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper at 5.5 and then scored down the middle at 4.25 and folded in half. Here are the materials I'm using for this card. This is my sentiment, which I will stamp inside of this 4x4 piece of paper after I punch it with the scallop. I also have 3 pieces of string down here for the balloons, and then 3 colored pieces of paper that I'll punch with the circular die, and then of course my elephant stamp and the corresponding paper. I'm going to go ahead and punch out my scallop piece. This is what I'll be stamping the sentiment on. I'm going to run it through the Big Shot. And punch it out, and there's my scallop piece. Next, I'll punch the balloons, and I have to do it one circle at a time because I only have one circular die. So there's one of the balloons, and I've actually punched the other 2 as well, so here are my 3 balloons. I'll stamp the sentiment now onto my scallop piece, and I'm going to use this dark blue and go ahead and ink up my stamp here. Make sure it's oriented correctly, and then we'll press down, making sure to give it firm, even pressure without wiggling. And there it is. I'm going to stamp the elephant using the same color as I did for the inside sentiment, that dark blue. Again, stamping firmly and evenly, giving it good pressure, and when I pull away, I got a perfect transfer. I'm going to cut the elephant out from the piece of paper using these detail scissors, and I'm going to leave a bit of a border around the elephant as I cut it. And it doesn't have to be an exact border, it can vary in width. It's just better to cut a small border around the elephant rather than trying to cut on the lines, because it's going to be more obvious where the unevenness is. Just about done here, just going around the head. And there's my elephant. To make the balloon effect for this elephant, I need to attach these 3 pieces of string to the trunk so it looks as if he's holding them. So I'm going to turn the elephant over, and I'll align my pieces of string, and I'm actually going to make sure that the string is curving up. So let me turn this. And there, you can see how the balloon strings are curving up, so when he holds the balloons, they're floating above him. Just so there's a little bit of tape here to hold it in place. And there you can see he's got the strings. But we need to attach the balloons now. So I'm turning it over again, and it doesn't really matter which side I'm going to use for the balloons since they're the same on both sides. And I'm just going to tape the string on somewhere toward the bottom. That way I have enough room to move them around on the page. Do the second one here, and the third one. And I gave myself plenty of string, that way I have the room to move them on the page. Take some dimensionals now, and I'm going to put 1 dimensional on each of the balloons, and then I'll take some dimensionals and put onto the elephant. I think about 4 should do it. Our elephant is looking great with his balloons, so let's get him attached to the card. I'm going to take off the backing on the dimensionals for the elephant and place him down here in the left corner, and I'll have the balloons going across the top. So need to position these, and you can kind of play around to see what you like best. I'm going to start by placing just 1 balloon down and see how I like them. Do I want them overlapping like that, or maybe do something a little bit different? I'm going to put this purple one down, and then I think what I'll do is have a balloon over top of them. So I'm going to put this pink one down on the very right, and then I'll have my teal balloon placed there in the middle. So I'll just take the backing off of the teal balloon, There we go, perfect. Now I need to place my sentiment, and I'll make sure the card is facing the right way. And I'll turn this over, use my double-sided tape, and put just a bit on there. Well, maybe more than a bit. Never can be too safe. And turn it over, make sure that's oriented correctly with the front of the card. And we'll place it right here in the center. I think that looks great. And there you can see the finished card. We've got our elephant with the balloons on the outside. And on the inside, we've got our sentiment. So we would love to see what you come up with. So if you do, post in the comments below. And be sure to check out our other videos to learn how to make other cards or to get a product review. We'll see you next time.